Hello, Internet, and welcome to episode 11 of Al and
Ellie.
Black and Tan Beer Palooza. Welcome. We got a super fun show. So I think it was episode 2. We tried 2 beers by Saugatuck. And so far, that has been our favorite, without a doubt. We've had a lot of good beers, but the Neapolitan Milk Stout and Maggie's Irish Ale from episode 2, by far best. So we thought we would give Saugatuck Brewing another episode or another shout. So went to the store today, picked up Blueberry Maple Stout from Saugatuck Brewing in Saugatuck, Michigan. It is a cool, dude, lumberjack pancakes and beer. Nothing better. And to go along with it, of course, because it was just good, and I wanted a couple of these for later, the Maggie's Irish Ale to mix up our black and tan. And Elisha and I, we had a great question. What was our great question for today? Exactly. we thought, man, I wonder who the first person was like, look at this tree. It looks like tree pea. Let's boil it up and see what happens. It turns out that's actually the Native Americans of, America.
So you're referring to how we discovered maple syrup.
Oh, yeah. How we discovered maple syrup. I probably should have
left that part out.
Buried the lead. Just buried that lead. No. Maple syrup is basically tree pea from a maple. And it's delicious.
How attractive. We eat that on our pancakes every weekend.
Exactly. Anyways, so there's 2 stories. One was a tomahawk got stuck in a tree. And when it got pulled out, somebody left like a bucket or a vessel underneath where it started leaking out at. And the next day, the chief's daughter was like, hey, look, somebody left a bucket of water. Let's make dinner. Made dinner, started using it to boil the water, boiled it down. Syrup, cool. So, or Hunter's wife saw the sap coming out. She thought, she might boil it up with a piece of meat for her husband. Anyways, I'm sure that it was probably, most likely, discovered in more than one place over the course of the hundreds of years, thousands of years. Native Americans lived, in what is now, United States and Canada. Because a lot comes from Canada.
80% of the world's maple syrup actually comes from Canada, and 2/3 of that comes from Quebec.
Yeah. So, thanks, Quebec. We here in Michigan, we do like our Michigan maple syrup.
Dude, they actually grow it down the... They grow it.
They
tap it down the street.
Tap it.
At our local nature center.
Yeah, they do. And it's delicious.
And it's delicious. Our kids go through it like
If you've never been to Michigan, one thing that Michiganders love more than anything is Michigan itself. So we don't need your Canadian syrup. We don't need your anywhere else beer. We have our own beer. We have our own syrup.
So how you get your maple syrup, do you know that the tree needs to be 40 to 45 years old before you can tap it to produce maple syrup?
I do now.
Yeah, I actually, as a kid, we always used to like to look for maple trees that had, we called them sapsicles, but they'd have like an icicle sticking down, and you could break it off the branch, and it would have the sap in it and be sweet, and you could eat it as a treat.
That does sound delicious.
It really was.
I've never found a sapsicle.
Yeah, we used to drive around and look for them. That's what you do on a Sunday afternoon.
In Holland, yeah, maybe.
It takes an average of 40 gallons of sap just to produce 1 gallon of syrup.
Yeah, so...
It's so much.
That's why it's a little thinner than the Mrs. Butterworth's, the fake stuff.
So much
or
better.
The Log House fake stuff. Anyways,
Log candy.
Blueberry Maple Stout, Saugatuck Brewing, Maggie's Irish Ale, Saugatuck Brewing, dumped them together, mixed them up. I already tried earlier. They don't separate, but that's all right. So, cheers.
The blueberry and the maple are faint. Like, you can taste them when they're mixed, but it's not overpowering.
Yeah, no, it is good. I was about to say...
You can taste a hint of the Irish ale, but it's not strong. They blend well together.
Like I was about to say, it tastes like somebody got a tree drunk, and then we're drinking the tree's pee.
With mashed blueberries.
With blueberries. Lots of blueberries. A little bit of blueberries.
The blueberries
Anyways,
is faint.
I don't think, after digging into maple syrup, I'll ever think of it anything other than tree pea. From now on.
I'm going to avoid that thought as I pour it on my pancakes.
I'm going to teach my children that in the morning.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be fun. We're going to have pancakes.
Yay.
Anyways, this is really good. You should try it. You should also try the Neapolitan Stout and Maggie's Irish Ale from episode 2.
The Neapolitan I do like better than this, although this is good.
This is super delicious, and yes, it's smooth.
It's sweet as
and
well.
It is sweet.
Because you have blueberries and maple syrup. It is sweet. Which,
two of my favorite things.
Maple syrup is a healthier alternative to baking than regular sugar, so...
Yeah,
cool.
Because it comes from a tree. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, everybody have a great weekend. Happy Easter. And, till next week. We'll see you. Cheers.
Cheers.